Hi, I've done this before. In this video in short that you see, I've done this challenge. I've attempted this challenge 2 times before this, but that's not important right now. What's important right now is you're here for the title, probably. 100 Days of Save the World missions. There's gonna be a few rules this time compared to the other times that I did this. Rule number 1 is gonna be at least 1 upload a week. Obviously, this isn't gonna stay consistent. Some weeks there might be 2 uploads, some weeks there might be 3. It really depends on how much. It really depends on how much better I get at editing over this time. Obviously, the goal with this is consistency. So yeah. Rule number 2: it does not have to be a daily series. As I mentioned previously, as I mentioned just not too long ago, it's not gonna be a daily series. This is gonna be a series that just continues on for 100 days, and they're not gonna be day after day. It's gonna be when I have time to get on and do it. Obviously, at least once a week. So there will not be a week that goes by without a video. That is not a promise. That is a deal. There will not be a week without an upload. Rule number 3, this isn't really more of a rule. This isn't really a rule, more of like an explanation. Uploads will be targeted for Wednesdays, since here's how the schedule works usually right now. I target uploads for Mondays and Fridays. Wednesdays are typically days for shorts. Wednesdays and Saturdays are usually for shorts. And then obviously Tuesdays and Thursdays are Twitch streams. Go follow over on Twitch if you haven't. But those are usually the days that I stream. And that's been the schedule for, well, on the YouTube side, that's been the schedule for like 2 weeks. On Twitch, that's been the schedule for like more so of a month. So I'm a lot more consistent when it comes to Twitch than I have been with YouTube, but that's gonna change with this series. The goal of the series is to change that. And the last rule is 100 missions in 100 days. Pretty basic, pretty simple. Obviously, not every video is gonna have this long, drawn-out intro, because why? I'm gonna do an abridged intro next time you see the video from this, but yeah, that's really about it. I wanted to go over the general rules for this since this is the first episode of this, and just hopefully get you guys more acquainted. Anyways, without further ado, on to the video. Okay, I know you're tired of all the intro stuff, but this is a huge ass disclaimer. Do not use these as like, oh yeah, this is a daily video for like the missions that are available today. No, I record these legitimately. Either they're gonna be recorded late at night, like talking about at reset for the previous day, or they'll be recorded at like something like 5 p.m. or in the afternoon before the reset. So these are not accurate to the actual days unless I specify. Okay, I just want to make that very clear for everyone right now. These are not going to be accurate to the day. So if there's like a V-Buck mission I'm doing, or talk about a V-Buck mission, it probably won't be there unless I specify in the video. Alright, now you can actually get back to watching. Alright, oh, hold on. Okay, that's a little too loud. Alright, but hello everybody. Hello. This is attempt 2 at doing this video, because last night I was editing this very same video, and I accidentally didn't realize I didn't change the file name, and I was recording. I use OBS now to record. I was recording, and I didn't realize the file name needed to be changed, and I overwrit the file on accident. So that deleted about 2 hours-ish of work. But we go on anyways. This video is gonna be, okay. Yeah, I know you saw the intro and all that junk, but this video is gonna be a little different than how it's gonna. This video is gonna be a little different in terms of how it's gonna work. First, let me look for this thing, but like, okay, it's over there. But yeah, this video is gonna be a little different on how these things are. Ooh, legendary chicken. I'm so sad about losing that video. That video was so funny. I think that video would have been funny, but who knows? But yeah, this video, like I was trying to say, this video is gonna be yeah, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, the video is gonna be a little differently than how it works, I guess. Oh, the chicken's coming, attacking. But yeah, this video's oh wait, no, sorry, I remembered what I wanted to say. This video is being recorded on Sunday the 5th, but the actual release date is probably Wednesday. Unfortunately, just due to how things are, I was hoping this video would go up today. I was hoping that, but I even stayed up until like 9 a.m. to try and get it done, but I didn't exactly have the clipping thing. I didn't the whole file situation, and it's just like I really gotta stop doing that. But regardless of that, we're gonna get into the building and probably look for the final piece of blue. Never mind. I guess we don't have to look for the final piece of blue. That's down there. How do I get down there? Husk squads. Yeah, husk squads are a big thing. I'm probably gonna put the information on screen, like as I did in the last video, of how frequent husk squads can spawn. Because it's actually interesting to me that they spawn every like 3 to 5 minutes. That's something that has me like kind of like, why? Why can they spawn that? I should realistically just have defenders dealing with them, but it's just like, eh. We'll see. Oh, I think I just had the biggest idea for some days in this series. Oh. Okay, first off, let me know down in the comment section below how you'd feel about this idea, but like, okay, I'm taking a little, small little tangent. Okay, say like, how do we do this? Okay, say like all of these are like numbers in like a slot, like numbers on like a wheel, like this is like 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on, and then these are the same, and then these are well, not really for traps. I don't think I would do, maybe for traps. I'd have to see how those missions would go, but to make things interesting, since Save the World missions are Save the World missions, they're not, some of them aren't particularly hard solo. I was thinking about doing a random number generator, having like this be like letter, like this be A, and like having like it pick from 1 to like all the way down. Honestly, not all the way down there, because I can't use weapons. All the way down to at least where the 130s end, so like right around here. I'd have to count how many weapons there is. And then same for these. I'd randomize it to see like, I'd randomize 1 to 2 weapons here and 1 weapon here to keep things fresh. And then I would do the same with traps, possibly with traps. I would have to genuinely see. Why can't I grab these? Space. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that's an idea that I just had. I don't know if it would like, I don't know if it would be a good idea. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments below, but I think it'd be at least an idea to keep the series like somewhat interesting and not samey on a day-to-day basis. But you guys let me know if you'd want to see that. Anyways, like I was saying before, let's get on with the wait, where is the blue actually? There it is. Okay. Well, that's the final piece. Anyways, let's get on with the montage. Hi, yeah, this is your chance to consider subscribing, liking, and commenting the video down below. I'm not gonna say, oh, you should do it, because my content should be enough to make you consider it or actually do it, as it has been enough in the past. Anyways, I do hope you guys stick around for the rest of the video. And anyways, right back to it. Actually don't know if people would want this, but like I'm gonna do this just because I feel like it's like kind of it would be kind of okay. Hold up. Ow! Well, I'm hit the bone. Oh, the bone must have hit the structure. Which one did it hit? I don't know which one it hit. Okay, but yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna do this in some of the videos, or at least this first video. But I'm gonna explain why I put the traps where I do. Obviously, please do not take like everything you see in this video super literally. For like, at least trapping wise, because I am fairly stacked on materials and I'm fairly certain a lot of people aren't. A lot of others aren't. Thanks to like this comment, it makes me like obviously realize that not everyone has the same materials as I do, so it's just like, yeah. But anyways, obviously the reason I'm putting these here is kind of obvious, even though it's a water storm, is to stop smashers. Ice traps, floor freeze traps do not stop them. Or it does stop them. I will not sit here and lie. It does stop them, but it doesn't stop the charge entirely. Like as soon as they're freed, they will continue to charge. And notice here, I'm using the ones with increased building health over heals attached, because these are already going to heal over time while they are down, since they're afflicted by the base, and my base has healing over time. So yeah, I'm putting these down anti-air traps as I usually do, just due to it's mostly a precaution for what you saw earlier for propane husks. Anyways, yeah, it's 90% a precaution for propane husks specifically, and not any other type of husks. I mean, pitchers, and the only sad thing about that is like pitchers and okay, but for this, obviously increased building health on these guys because they're brick in a water storm. They're definitely gonna need it. And then for those, okay, I'm gonna settle this debate once and for all. Please, if you are any person playing Save the World, please do your broadsides like this. Have walls connecting them. Do not place like, say if you were to place one on here, it just bounces out into the infinite void. The whole purpose of these traps is for the cannonballs to bounce, not just float off into the endless abyss. I'm so sick of seeing people place these and on these walls, or like without any like walls to bounce them off of. They get their damage from bouncing. They're cannonballs. Okay, anyways, that was the PSA out of the way. Um, I'm placing these on these above these because it's pretty obvious they'll be stuck here, and that's why I'm putting those there. And I think I'm gonna do nature damage of these. The reason I'm using the nature damage ones is because it's a water storm. Oh god, guys, I don't have time to fight. All right, but anyways, again, same with these. I'm gonna put these on all of these. Okay. Actually, no. Okay. I'll explain that that one in a second. The reason why I didn't place the broadside on this one is because this wall could easily get destroyed. I would recommend placing them if you want to place a broadside. I'd say recommend placing it on the outer wall instead of the inner one, because the outer one is more prone to getting destroyed than the inner one. Especially since, well, both of them are afflicted by the base, but this one is more prone to get destroyed because, obviously, what I mentioned earlier, it's brick in a water storm. Even if it has metal corrosion on, it's still brick in a water storm mission, so... Okay, anyways. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna do these guys. Well... Yeah, I'm gonna put this on here as well. But okay, and now we move on to these guys. It should be pretty obvious why I'm putting these on, but for those that don't know, tire traps bounce people back in this configuration specifically, because you have to look at the gas can, that gas can right there, for them to bounce. They'll bounce back towards this trap, so that's why I have them like that. Obviously, they probably won't. Probably won't be coming over here too much, but you never know. I just do this as a just in case they do come over here, but they more than likely will not be. But you never say never. Like you never say that people will not like your content. Ah! Okay. That's just a fumble. That's just a fumble. That's just straight up a fumble. Okay. Realistically, how this is supposed to go, how I usually do it is two diagonal from each other. That one's just kind of a fumble. Half of me wants to do that, but yeah, that was a fumble. That was a fumble on my end. They should be diagonal. Well, except for here. Yeah, except for here. Because this one, I think they're gonna come up here, but that could be there, and then that could be there. Oop. And these two could go there. I'm probably gonna place that one there, and I think we're good to go. Actually, no, anti-air traps up here. I put these up here for lobbers and the unmentionable ones. I've already had to deal with them enough as is. But yeah, I put these up here for those types of situations, which happen a lot more often than you would think. Let's hope it doesn't happen in this mission. Anyways, we have the maximum amount of blue glow now. And we have the maximum amount of blue glow now, so we're just gonna go on ahead and start it. Also, you're gonna have to let me know if you guys like that section, like me explaining my traps. Also, I did mention this in the first video, but they changed the gradient of the health bar for everything, it seems like. So that's a nice change. I don't really know what the change, why the change was there, but it's a nice change. Anyways, it seems like they're coming mostly through here. I'm gonna do this to heal these traps, heal the wall just in case. But I'll keep an eye on this. I'll be back if something funny happens. If not, I'm probably not gonna make you guys sit through basically AFK footage, because that's what it is. Once you're this high up and doing solo missions, it just either becomes an AFK simulator or mission farm simulator. Anyways, I'll be back once something funny happens, or in between matches. Anyways, yeah, I'll be back then. That's like I said, it's basically AFK Simulator, which is why I tried to do like those other challenges that I'm probably actually gonna re-unlist for your viewing pleasure. Actually, they probably are unlisted in like in a challenge playlist down below, but yeah. Anyway, let's. There's a lot in here too. Yeah, it does help you with passive loot gains. Yeah. Oh, see, yeah. See, they came over here. See, that's why you always put stuff back here, just in case, because they came back here, even though it's not many that. Oh, wait. No. Get out of here. You see, that's the exact reason why I have those guys. Propane tanks can cause absolute havoc, especially if it's propane spam, and it's gonna be inevitable over these 100 days that you'll see, over the 100 videos of this, that you'll see propane spam. It's inevitable. It's an unavoidable thing that will happen. Anyways, on to phase 2 and minus like. Alright, so we're doing this. Can I get a break for 1 day from these goddamn guys? I had them yesterday too. Of course I can't catch a break from flingers. Of course. Cause that'd make. Okay, yeah. This is where I'm actually gonna have to like actually pay mind to this stuff. Or, well, unless flingers stop spawning. But yeah, they seem to have stopped spawning. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is probably gonna be mostly either fighting or AFK, so time to start the montage. Wait, hang on. Did they change it? No, speedrun 1 day left. Wait, did they change how fast the speedrun is? Actually, don't know. Okay, well, at least no more flingers spawned, but that was a long fight. It was definitely a long fight. Yeah, the reason why you had to, like, in that specific situation, the reason why I did stay and fight instead of, like, going AFK is because lobbers can cause issues. I've had a scenario in the past where they've caused me to actually lose a couple times, so I don't trust lobbers. Anyways, I'll be back once I'm back at home base. Oh. Okay. No reward screen? I guess not? That's okay. I was anticipating a reward screen coming up. Did it even count me yeah, it counted me doing the mission. Here are the rewards, I guess, that I was supposed to get right there, but I guess I'm not getting them for whatever. I'm not gonna get the pop-up for them, I guess. But yeah, I guess no reward screen. I guess that might be the bug that they were talking about. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, I've had an incident with lobbers and flingers, both being catalysts to why I've lost, especially on Frenzy Deathburst type missions. I've had a situation where I've lost the shelter. It was an 88 4 player. I believe it was one of the shelter missions, either repair the shelter or the other one. repair the shelter or evacuate the shelter. I'm pretty sure it was evac. But yeah, I had an incident during one of those where it's just like I outright failed because flinger spam completely decimated the base, and like I wish I had footage of it. I wish I did have footage to share, but I don't because I wasn't recording back that often back then. But I saw the health disappear so fast. Like that was the day I actually alt F4'd from the video game, from save. I've never done that before. I alt F4'd out of rage that day and went to Destiny. But anyways, ooh. I think I'm gonna get this one though, because I can change my ceiling gas trap into this if I want to. But this one's just so much better. I'll probably replace it for one of the ones that I have now, because I'm pretty sure not all of the ones I have are that far along. And if they are, I'm probably gonna dismantle one. But let's see where these guys are. Yeah, some of them aren't that far along, so one of them could absolutely be replaced for that one. But yeah, make sure to grab your research because you can get banger weapons weapons or traps like that. Anyways, hopefully I don't make the same mistake of not changing the file name for this video. Like I said, this video was recorded on the 5th, but the daily the uploads are going to obviously gonna be sort of like a daily series, sort of, in terms of like I will be recording and editing either the previous night or / day. It'll come out, I don't know how to explain it, because it'll come out the same day that the reset's on after this episode. The only reason I'm recording this episode early is because I wanted to get this. This video was supposed to be out on Sunday. It's Sunday for me. It was supposed to be out today, but it's gonna go out on Wednesday, and then obviously you saw the intro, so you know everything else. But yeah, anyways, that's about it for me. I will see you guys on Friday for another upload. I hope you're excited for it because it's a video that I actually had some time to work on. It's an override video. I'm gonna spoil it now. It's a Destiny override video. Unfortunately, it doesn't have as high editing as it does here, but it's still a good video, and I still do recommend you go watch it. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!